What is going on, everyone? Welcome to 24/7 Football and a video that I never thought I would ever have to make. Could Sean Dyche be leaving Burnley? What is going on at Turf Moor? We know that some players have been reluctant to sign contracts leading up to the new season. We saw their bench against Manchester City. The squad looks very depleted. Some players like Phil Bardsley, who has now signed a new deal, were reluctant, and we know that Hendrick will be leaving the club. Other players like Joe Hart and Aaron Lennon have not been offered new deals. Where does this leave Sean Dyche? Sean Dyche has done a brilliant job at Burnley. 2 promotions, European football. He's kept them in the Premier League and very comfortably as well. Yes, like last season, they'd flirted with relegation, but they were never really that close. This season, they look on course to finish mid-table. Season before last, they actually finished in a European place. So he's done a fantastic job. For a club of Burnley's stature and size, Sean Dyche has done brilliantly. We know that other clubs have been interested in him as well. Is it time for Sean to leave? The latest reports coming out are that Sean Dyche's relationship with chairman Mike Garlick it's non-existent now. He's got 2 years left on his deal, but he has been told apparently that there's no funds in the summer to improve his squad. I think, to be fair, the squad itself, he gets the best out of them, but losing Hendrick, an ageing squad, not being able to bring anyone else in, already lost Joe Hart and Aaron Lennon as well. It's looking like Burnley will be flirting with relegation again next season, should he have to contest with that squad again. No reinforcements, no investment, even though they have been a Premier League club for some time now and the money has built up. But in this current climate, they may not have the funds to give Sean Dyche what he wants, and he seems to have become frustrated with that. And you can sort of see why, because he's a manager, like we said, there'll be a lot of interest around his signature and there'll be a lot of interest around him going to a bigger club. And if there was a club out there that could offer him more money, I think he'll take it, because I think he's done everything that he possibly could and more at Burnley, and it shows his talent as a manager. Burnley fans may not want to hear this though, because that's just how good he has been. So we know that Hendrick is leaving the club. We know that Sean Dyche could be tempted for a move away, and the bookies have been putting their odds on the next Burnley manager. It's Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes is favourite to become the new manager at Burnley. So the article that was out said that they were looking at Mark Hughes and Leigh Johnson from Bristol City. Mark Hughes, former Blackburn manager for one. Not that managers are too loyal nowadays anyway, so Burnley's key rivals, and he's not brought success to anywhere since he left Blackburn, and I just think it's a backwards appointment, but it's one that I think Burnley could actually make, because he sort of fits the narrative of Turf Moor, an old school English manager. They tried it with Eddie Howe, didn't quite work out, and it just feels to me that Burnley would go to Mark Hughes, but for me it's just not a great appointment at all. When we spoke to Brendan Flood, who is on the board at Burnley, they said that they knew that sooner or later Sean Dyche would leave Burnley and his head would get turned, and their job is to get the new replacement in. Mark Hughes doesn't fit the bill for me, but I could see it happening. Leigh Johnson, on the other hand, terrific manager. He's done it at Oldham, he's done it at Bristol City. Not quite got them to the Premier League, but he was always making them a bigger club than what they were from when he took over. Young, hungry manager. Could he do it in the Premier League? That's the only sticking point with the squad that Burnley have got, because it's not going to be an easy job walking in to Burnley. But he has done a terrific job at Bristol City, and he's another manager who's been flirting around getting a bigger job, because a lot of clubs have taken notice of him. Plays a nice style of football and gets Bristol playing the way that he wants, but he just hasn't been able to get them up to the Premier League. So would he be interested in taking the Burnley job? Probably. Mark Hughes, I wouldn't be so keen on. Another big talking point around Burnley was that with Hendrick leaving, probably one of the better players at Burnley, the reason for him leaving was because he was actually offered a new contract on considerably worse terms than his current one. Is that a little indicator as to how Burnley are financially? Brendan Flood did say to us that they always plan for relegation, they always are strict financially, but is it too strict? Are they going to lose the players and the management that have got them to the place where they need to be? Will Burnley be able to stave off relegation next season? It'll be interesting to hear what the Burnley fans actually have to say, so hopefully I can get a Burnley fan on here to talk about it. If there are any Burnley fans, let us know in the comments below. And also, if there's anyone else watching, let us know in the comments below what you think of Sean Dyche. Would you take him at your club? Do you think Burnley should try at all costs to keep him happy and to keep him at Turf Moor? Let me know what you think. Comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Like the video as well. Just a little update there. We'll see you next time.